Hello students, welcome back. I hope you must be enjoying my lectures. Now in this section our focus would be on mode. So we'll discuss that mode is the most frequent score in the distribution. Then we shall also discuss the formula for mode in case of continuous frequency distributions, and then we'll be moving towards the types of distributions, like we'll discuss what is symmetric distribution, positively skewed distribution and negatively skewed distribution. So let's begin. Okay, so now that we have discussed the concepts of mean and median, it's time to discuss now mode. As we had discussed, there are three measures of central tendency: mean, median and mode. So mode in simple language means, just simple words I would say, just the item or the particular value that occurs maximum number of times, or the most frequent value in a distribution is known as mode. Mode is the most frequent score in the distribution. A distribution where a single score is most frequent has one mode and is called unimodal. So if you have a distribution, or if you are given a set of scores, suppose we have 10 scores and there's a particular score that is repeated many times, most number of times, it might be 3, 4, 5, whatever number of times, and that is the maximum number of times a score is repeated, then that particular score will be the mode of the distribution, and in such a case we say that the distribution is unimodal. When there are ties for the most frequent score, the distribution is bimodal, and if two scores ties, or multimodal if more than two scores tie. So if you have 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 2, 2, 8, 10, suppose we have this distribution. So I can see 2, 2, 2, 2 is repeated maximum number of times, 4 also occurs twice, but 2 comes 4 times, so 2 is the most frequent score in this distribution. So the mode becomes 2. And in case suppose this was the distribution, then in this case we can see that 4 also occurs 4 times and 2 also occurs 4 times. So mode would have been 2 and 4. The distribution would have been bimodal because there are two modes. So bi means 2, so bimodal. And if there are more than 2 ties for mode, then the distribution is termed to be multimodal, right? So mode for in case of raw data, obviously you can easily find it out like this, and in this case also, in fact, if you arrange the data, that would make your efforts, that would consume your less efforts, and that would save your time also, because you can have a good number of terms, then you'll have to count for each and every term, like you'll have to count how many times 2 is occurring, then how many times 4 is occurring. So instead, if you arrange the data, like if you arrange it in this form, then you have 4, 4, 4, 4, then I have 6, 8, 10. So it becomes easy to find out that 2 is occurring 4 times, 4 is occurring 4 times. So figuring out the mode becomes simpler. Now we have mode for continuous series. In case of continuous series, the formula that is used is mode is equal to L1 plus F1 minus F0 by 2F1 minus F0 minus F2 into I. This formula is important, and where L1 is again the lower limit of model class. Model class you will have to find out, that will be apparent from the frequency itself. The class which has got the highest frequency will be the model class. So L1 is the lower limit of that particular model class. F1 is the frequency of model class. F0 is the frequency of model that class preceding the model class. F2 is the frequency of class succeeding the model class, and I is obviously the size of model class. We will discuss an example, you will get to know this. So we have an example: find the mode, number of games, class intervals are given and frequency is given. First step, find the model class. Model class frequency is highest. So this becomes your model class. We can see frequency is highest here, so this is your model class. Formula is mod is equal to L1 plus F1 minus F0 by 2F1 minus F0. This is F1, this is F0, this is minus F2 into I. Now L1 is 11 plus F1 is the frequency of model class, that is 8. F0 is the frequency of class preceding the model class, that's 7. 2 into 8 minus F0 is 7. F2 is the frequency of the class succeeding the model class, so that's 3. And then your I is 5. So we have 11 plus 16 minus 10 into 5. That becomes 5 by 6. So it's 11.833. So this is your mode. This is how you are going to calculate your mode. Next we have is symmetric distribution. A distribution is a symmetric distribution if the values of mean, mode and median coincide. You can see it in the figure. This is a symmetric distribution. You can see that mean is equal to median is equal to mode. In a symmetric distribution, frequencies are symmetrically distributed on both sides of center point of the frequency curve. Frequencies are distributed symmetrically on both sides. That is why the shape of the curve is like this, and the curve also you can see it is symmetric. So this is symmetric distribution. This is just for your information's sake. And you can remember the symmetric distribution. In symmetric distribution, mean is equal to median is equal to mode. A distribution which is not symmetric is called a skewed distribution. In a moderately asymmetric distribution, the interval between the mean and median is approximately 1/3 of the interval between the mean and mode. That is, have the following empirical relation between them. The interval between mean and median is 1/3 of the interval between mean and mode. That means mean minus mode is equal to 3 times mean minus median. And so you have this formula, and this formula is important. Mode is equal to 3 median minus 2 mean. So you can have questions based on this, the application of this formula. You can have a question in which you are given any two of these three terms, like you might be given mean and mode, and you will be required to find out median, or any way around. Coefficient of skewness is mean minus mode by sigma. We will be discussing these concepts. Positively skewed, we have discussed symmetric distribution, then negatively skewed we will be discussing, and we have positively skewed. A distribution is positively skewed when it has a tail extending out to the right, larger numbers. When a distribution is positively skewed, this is what you need to remember in this case. You will have a distribution of this form. This is your mode, median, mean. Mean is greater than median is greater than mode in case of positively skewed distribution, right? And that just means that mean is greater than median, reflecting the fact that the mean is sensitive to each score in the distribution and is subject to large shifts when the sample is small and contains extreme scores. You just need to remember, in case of positively skewed, you will have a curve of this form, the tail extending out to the right, and mean is greater than median is greater than mode. Reverse will be the case of negatively skewed distribution, because you will have a tail extending to the left, pointing to the left, and in that case mean is less than median is less than, you can see here, mean is less than median is less than mode, and you will have a graph of this form. If you have got any kind of queries on the topic, you can post it for free on our discussion board of askiitians.com. For doing so, just go to the website askiitians.com, go to the discussion board, and as soon as you select the option of discussion board, on the right hand side you will see the column Ask Experts. In that, you can select the category of the question, for example, say algebra, and just post your question. You can also attach any kind of image with the question. Then just click on get answer and the Ask IITians experts will give you the answer within the duration of 24 to 48 hours. Welcome back. So I hope you must have understood the concept of mode as well as the calculation of mode, especially in the case of continuous frequency distribution. Now in the next session we will be moving to measures of dispersion. You will get to know why do we exactly need measures of dispersion and what are the various types of measures of dispersion. So keep watching.